I'm this far from the mic.
And I'm this far from the mic.
And we are these fars from the mic. Hi, everybody. I don't remember which of these files was us.
Yeah, I don't know. Was
it? We're gonna be able to tell by the dates, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay, so it must be 22.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, Luigi must have been my private file, like when we were just playing on our own or something.
Yeah. Now listen here, everybody. I'm gonna get really close up on the mic. Hopefully I cut this section out so that it doesn't mess with the noise leveling, but I want you to know that we're coming back after a long hiatus. If you're trying to watch all of these in order based on the playlist, go watch all of Mario Odyssey and then come back to this video.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I fucking hate this guy immediately. I remember this guy.
Yeah, you already went into how much you hate him.
I miss being able to just spin in circles.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, Cappy!
Yeah.
Oh, you can't really be a Rolly Mario. I mean, you still kind of can, but you're not really a Rolly Mario anymore.
Right. It's now about precision long jumps. You wanted to talk about Black Butler.
Kind of. You were like, I was all like, hey, so Black Butler, and you're like, hey, let's save this for the show, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
You wanted to talk to me at some point about Black Butler, and I told you to talk about it on the show. Let's talk about it.
I just like that. So, what's your perception of Black Butler? Let's start there.
If Inuyasha is Dragon Ball Z for girls, then Black Butler is like Death Note for girls. Even though Death Note was already Death Note for girls.
Yeah, no, there was no sex... Or maybe there was. I don't know. All my friends were girls, but there didn't seem to be a big sex divide between people, like girls and boys, for liking Death Note. I mean, then again, most of my friends and people who I talked to about Death Note were all girls, but you know.
It's just like everything else in media. Things that are for boys are for everyone. Things that are for girls are just for girls.
Oof, big oof.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here's something personal for me. In 2013, 2014, basically up until, I don't know, 2015 or so, I was on this website that used to be known as Quizazz, but is now known as QTEV. I don't know. It was linked up with Facebook. That's how I got to know it. It's basically a site where people write fan stories and go to be emo. Or depressed in some fashion. But yeah, and Black Butler was all the rage. Like, everyone who seemed to be on there, or at least a good majority of people who was on there, seemed to have watched Black Butler. So it was just like, okay, this is a popular anime thing, and I like anime, so I want to watch it. And it took me like 2 years after that to watch it still. So I watched it about a year...
It's Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, but a boy.
Explain.
Okay, so there's a mythical creature that enters into the service of the protagonist, who is a cute girl, and romance happens.
Not really. Or at least not in the first season. Like, it's very popular to yaoi ship the two boys, but there's no explicit, like, you know, romantic or sexual interest between the two. I mean, for one, he's a fucking kid still, but yeah.
Oh, the main character of Black Butler is a dude? I immediately don't know as much about this series as I thought I did.
Okay. Yeah, apparently you don't know as much as I thought you did either. Okay. I know we've been here before. I don't know where the next star is, though.
We did the bonus star instead of getting the real star.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, so for those who don't know, because I guess I'm gonna do the reviewer thing and explain the show first before I give my thoughts. CL Phantom Hive is an angsty little fuckboy. No, he's not. But he's an angsty little tween on the verge of teenhood, who's the heir and earl of this very fancy aristocrat family. Because his parents are dead because of angsty backstory, he owns their company, and he also has a butler who is a demon who is in his service because he's promised him his soul after he finds and gets revenge on the people who killed his parents, burned his estate, and did some pretty shitty things to him afterwards. And that's the basis of the story. He's also...
Oh, wait, shit. No,
yeah, no, you gotta keep going. It's also a bit of a detective series, kind of, because he's also Queen Victoria's, like, guard of the underworld.
Queen Victoria?
Yeah, because it's a Victorian series, too. Although its historicity is rather questionable, oftentimes. Like, it doesn't seem to care about historical accuracy, which is part of my biggest complaint about it, because, you know, it's trying to be a historical series, but also not.
It really pisses me off that these buzzsaws they only activate when you're nearby them.
Makes sense, yeah. Then again, we've decided this is
a baby game for babies. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they
hate this.
I don't mind that they wait to start, but I think they could do the start earlier. Then again, I'm sure for me it would take forever to get through this level. So who knows? But yeah. Queen Victoria time, and a lot of the draw of it is, you know, because the main character is angsty, it's got beautiful boys, beautiful demon boys, angels, and it's Victorian fashion. Who doesn't like that shit? Well, apparently I don't.
What?
Okay.
You don't. I thought Black Butler would be what you're all about.
It should be, and that's the most frustrating part of it.
It should be perfect for you.
Yes, it has all of the trappings that I would love. I fucking love Victorian fashion. I would legit wear it if I ever had a place to wear it, and if it, you know, wasn't so expensive and it didn't stand out in, you know, if I were just to walk around in it.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I love beautiful boys, and I love beautiful demon boys too sometimes. I mean, they're not as good as vampires, but Sebastian looks like he might as well be a vampire. He eats souls, that's close enough. But it's not so much in the aesthetic that's my problem, it's in the storytelling. Like Black Butler, I'm currently doing a rewatch now, and I'm about halfway through of the first season, and it seems to either forget or ignore things that it establishes in its universe. Like, so, okay. For instance, there's in an episode, CL, the main little boy,
also CL's totally a girl's name, but continue.
Well, he's a boy. So, in this one episode, he explains, I can't smile because of my past angst. And it's like, okay, that's a thing that we've established about it. And then, like, he gets into a spat with his fiance about something unrelated, and he's just suddenly able to smile for her because he's trying to make her happy. Like, there's no, like, we don't see him trying to force himself to smile or something, and we don't see him, like, having to grow into someone who can fake a smile, because the whole idea was he can't fucking fake it. I don't get it. I don't understand how he's just suddenly able to smile. Like, and so, something that is also going to be part of my rewatch that I haven't gotten to yet, but I'm pretty sure they ignore one of the core things that they've established about the contract between CL and Sebastian, his demon butler. The whole idea, and the thing that they keep saying throughout the entire first part of the series, is that Sebastian cannot leave CL's side and cannot, like, abandon him because of the fucking contract that they have. For all of time, until CL's wish is granted, Sebastian will always do his bidding, so that in the end he can eat CL's soul. But in like the last part of the series, Sebastian just fucking abandons him. Like, I can't remember the bullshit reason that they give, but it's like the series, like, they do it to get rid of an admittedly OP character that makes CL basically invincible in every every problem he comes up against. But why did they have to break the one thing that was a constant throughout the whole series in order to do it? It doesn't care about its own continuity. It will do whatever the fuck it wants and hope that you'll just forget about it.
Because it's for Fujoshi trash.
I feel more that it's just whoever was writing it. Okay, so I can't speak for the manga. It's been years again since I've read that, and I dropped it because I kind of got lost, and that's probably my own fault. But so maybe it's an anime only thing, but at least with this, it feels more like the writers are just like, oh shit, we need to have that beginning a third act trouble type moment, and we can't fucking do that if Sebastian is there solving all of CL's problems. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna just take him out of the picture for some bullshit reason, and because people have no memories, they're just not gonna think about it.
This is an inconvenient angle for this.
It is quite.
I hate this level.
I kind of like it. It's kind of like, except for the angle, it's kind of, it's interesting. It's a reverse fun slide.
It's like if Pachinko didn't suck. I'll grant it that.
A bit, yeah. Yeah, I'll give it that, yeah. Okay, I dig it though. Oh no, oh no. Come on, fly Yoshi. Oh no! Oh, because there's the fiery bit. At least you didn't die.
Yeah, I also did a little bit of fucking around.
It also seems like more with its let's hope you just forget what we're on about type thing. Like, so there's this episode where the idea is that CL's fiance has been kidnapped and is about to be turned into a doll, but then and so the idea is, okay, we gotta go fucking save her. And then suddenly CL's just like, wait, why do you want to turn me into a doll? What's your big thing about that? Just like, what? Where did that come from? Like, for all CL knows, like, the guy wants to turn him into a doll too because he's a fucking beautiful thing. And the only thing, and like, the only reason why he seems to be turning anyone into dolls is because they're fucking beautiful, and he just wants beautiful fucking dolls. There's no hint that there's some sort of grand thing going on with it. It's just, why does it always have to be about CL and his angst and everything relates to his fucking backstory? You know what's also annoying? If, like, very early on in getting through part of the rest of the series, it's always a constant reminder of, oh, my backstory just sucks so much. So much angst.
My dark past.
Yes, and that typically doesn't bother me, but they keep doing it as if we're just gonna fucking forget between the episodes about what happened to CL and what made him into this pretty shitty person, except when he doesn't feel like it.
Pretty shitty person.
Yeah, he can be a shitty person except for when he doesn't feel like it. It's also a show that seems to not really want to give CL necessarily character flaws.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's just my perception of it. Just so everyone else will have flaws. I don't know. Just man. And again, it's annoying because there's just things that I want to like about it. I think there's also part of it that it's not quite the show for me either. Just the way they do things just doesn't quite sit well for me.
Am I listening to you basically summarize your video on Black Butler?
Yeah, that's what it's turned into.
Because I wanted to talk about like cultural impact and how you think the fandom functions and stuff like that.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Right, that was the wrong choice.
Yeah, I don't know about cultural impact or how the fandom like functions with it. It's been years since I've done anything with like any sort of fandom type stuff, so I wasn't even in the fandom, so I can't really say. I just kind of
But you
experienced
were
it
a
around
girl
me.
on the internet.
I was, but I just saw this thing that I didn't know, so I didn't fucking participate in it because why the fuck would I?
Have you never been on the internet before?
I have, and I I wonder if part of it is that I didn't necessarily grow up on the internet the way some people did, so I just avoid spoilery stuff. Like, if it's not something that I'm familiar with, I just don't go there.
Like, a related thing to that is I know lots about Gurren Lagann, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
And the fact that I know lots about Gurren Lagann is going to piss some people off.
Why?
Because I haven't seen it. And they're going to be like,
Well, you should have watched it.
yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that you haven't seen it considering, Nate's video, Bestie Boys video.
Yeah. Bestie boy.
Wait, where are you going? Oh, gotcha.
I thought there would be something over there, but they're like, nope, there's nothing over here but a 1-up. That was a colossal waste.
It was, yeah.
It's the opposite of Kirby. At least if you do something freakishly difficult in Kirby, they'll like acknowledge and reward you for that thing that you did.
I see. Yeah, that is a bit bullshit, isn't it?
And Kirby even is like the primo babby game for babbies. Give me back my Yoshi. Nom.
That's annoying that you have to be a certain distance near them in order for them to chase you.
Babby game for babbies. I hate this game.
Yeah, so do I. Well, I don't hate it, but I'm rather annoyed with it.
It's a really disappointing delivery on the concept.
It is, especially considering how nice the first game was. Wonder what those holes are about. I also kind of like this level design. Like,
yeah, the level design here is pretty cool. I'm just running in circles.
I'm pretty sure that's Yoshi doing the running, to be honest.
Yeah, still. How many do I need? 30? Fuck you. Okay.
I feel like, that interaction, you're just walking into a shop and it's like, so you ask, hey, how much are your artisan goods? And they're just like, here, this decent amount. You're just like, that much? Fuck you. That's just my...
I have done that to people before.
What?
Like, I walk into a shop and I'm like, hey, how much for this thing? And they're like, this much money? And I'm like, oh, no, it's not.
Oh my gosh. Of course you would do that.
Yeah, I'm a dick.
Okay. I think I've worn out everything I had to say about Black Butler. There's a few things that I want to confirm before I make any more claims and hot takes about this show.
It's not letting me go horizontally whenever I float or jump anymore.
It doesn't seem like it. That's weird.
Because I already got all of my horizontal distance out of it, and now they're just going to let me drop straight down because this game is poorly designed, and I hate it.
Here, before you start, let's go to the next episode.
But wait. Was there...
Do you have anything else to say about Black Butler?
What do you think about media that's commonly associated with girls, like Black Butler being the primo example in my mind?
I don't care. I don't really have an opinion. I don't... Like, it pisses me off when people make the distinction of this for girls, therefore... Like, those sort of decisions. Like, as though being marketed towards girls really means anything. Like, it could... Like, So, like, if it's a shonen or shoujo type thing, it might have certain trappings that you may or may not like, but I don't think that's really a fair enough thing to judge it solely on, but a lot of people seem to do so. You seem to be formulating your thoughts.
Well, it's kind of hard to do that and this, because this is one of the bitchiest levels of the entire game.
I guess I'll also then add that I never think about things being for one gender or another, necessarily. Like, I'm still kind of in that phase of, if I see an anime or manga that seems the slightest bit interesting, I'm just gonna pick it up and go with it. Like, I don't care what genre necessarily it is. I will care about the art style, but that's about it. Like, you know, I was that person, that girl who watched Power Rangers because it seemed interesting.
That's interesting to me because I always feel who it's for. Always.
No, I never really thought about who it's for necessarily until I started, like, I guess getting into thinking about that kind of thing with media, but even still, it's just like, if I see something interesting, I'm gonna watch it. End of story. Oh, so close, no!
If you have any momentum, they will not let you negate it.
Yeah. Her mood.
This is what you deserve.
It's not Yoshi's fault.
Yes, it is.
It's just the universe that he exists in. It's fault.
Part of the crew, part of the ship.
Big oof.
Okay, so I had a real point here, and it got lost a long, long time ago.
We're talking
in a
about
Super Mario Galaxy far away.
We're talking about like shoujo.
Yeah. Okay,
made
so
for.
I always got the feeling that Inuyasha was for girls, but I really liked it anyway because it was also very overtly about fighting and stuff, but fighting by people with feelings, and so I was always pretty keen on it. The thing that always pissed me off about Inuyasha is that it took forever for anything to happen because it took them like a year to dub things because they were dubbing a whole bunch of other stuff in the background of it, which means that new Inuyasha would not come out very often.
I actually never thought of it as a show for girls, partially because, I don't know, it just seemed like my whole, it's anime, I should check it out type thing. And then also because one of my guy friends at the time, he was really into it. So it was just it was just like, oh, this is just an anime. It's not necessarily just for girls or boys or something.
And there's also like a bullshit factor to who it's for versus who ought to like it.
Yeah, because, you know...
Like, I also loved the romantic comedy, the fight... the combat-oriented romantic comedy, Ranma.
Oh, yeah, that... It's... I don't know if...
I read like
guess.
90% of it.
I read a decent amount, and then, like, I got in trouble for reading it
Because it was full of tits?
Yeah, and then...
But you're a girl. What does it matter?
Well,
There's no dicks in it.
I was a kid. Or I guess I was considered a kid enough, and so I got in trouble for reading it. But then when I finally decided to pick it up again, I read a little bit of it, and it's like, okay, I'll get back and read it, and I never did.
Okay, serious question. Were little girls yelled at for looking at things with tits?
I can't remember because I never interacted with anyone, but I would not be surprised, to be honest.
Can you jump like this?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were because, even though you got tits yourself...
America.
Even if you got tits yourself...
This is America.
Even if you got tits yourself, it's still like, oh, this is explicit content and you're too young for this shit. Even though, like, you're starting to develop them yourself. So it's nothing that you've not seen before.
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
You know, it's like, you know, guys would probably get in trouble too, like in this country at least, for watching something that involves dicks.
Well, dicks are also considered to be way, way more explicit than tits.
Yeah, because, you know, also this is America. And this is like, that seems to be a world type thing in general too, because, you know, it's like, basically all media is made for guys in mind, so tits is fine, dicks, oh, that's something like no one would care for unless you're a fucking pervert.
Yep. If there's a
i.e.
dick
a
in
girl.
it, there's porn.
Yeah. It's all about that male gaze, y'all. And not so much about the male gaze, you know, because, you know, if it was about the male gaze, then dicks would be fine.
Brilliant.
I'm so glad I said that. I didn't even think about it until I said it. It was like, oh, you know what that sounds like?
Sounds like male gaze.
I've taken to saying I'm playing some video games. I don't know why I like it. It's just a thing, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if it was just like anywhere on the spectrum sexual content, so that's why I got in trouble. I wouldn't be surprised if my little sister actually got me in trouble for reading it, because I think we were sharing a room at the time.
Wouldn't surprise me, but also but it would based on like knowing her now.
Well, yeah, well, we also at one point hated each other's guts, and that probably was about the time when I got in trouble for reading it.
Gotcha. So you never finished it, right?
No, because when I picked it up again, it was like, okay, I'll keep reading it, but it was never really my favorite story, so I just kind of got bored with it.
Okay, did you enjoy any of the combat stuff in it?
I can't remember. Probably. I never really cared for combat, to be honest.
Gotcha.
You're probably not surprised.
Not even slightly.
Yeah. Like, when
I'm curious mostly because the combat stuff in Ranma is a lot like the combat stuff in Yu Yu Hakusho.
I also can't really remember the combat so much. Why is he still picking if the rock is destroyed? That's weird.
Yep.
I can't really remember the combat so much since, again, it's been years, even longer, like, than when I've reread a lot of things. Like, that was earlier than when I read Black Butler, and notice how much I remember about that.
Yeah.
Most of my memories
Well, you don't remember things that you read 6 months ago. If it's reading.
I can't really say for certain, because I haven't really done a lot of reading recently.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's my life. Mainly watching shit.
I'm now just blasting through this game because I don't care about completion. Because this is not a good game.
Yeah.
0 out of 10, no Rosalina.
Well, that too, but oh my god, was it Gamera? The turtle thing from the Godzilla mythos.
Gamera is the predecessor to Godzilla, but yeah.
Okay, what was it called? It had its own standalone movie too.
Well, Gamera is probably the thing you're thinking of because there was like 100 Gamera reboots.
Maybe, I don't. I remember it was a big fuck off turtle thing.
Yeah. Gamera is a big fuck off turtle.
Okay, maybe
Does he
it
shoot
was.
fire out of his leg holes?
Maybe. I barely remember this movie. It's been even longer since I watched that movie between that and reading Ranma. So, like, as a kid, we had, there was this guy that my sister was not dating, but would often bring around the house who was into Godzilla, and so we would watch those kind of movies.
I hate this fucking thing.
One of my other sisters, I've got 3 of them, so when I say my sister, I'm not necessarily talking all about the same one. What? That times out really quickly.
Yes, it does. So we're going to be here a while. Pack it in.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I wanted to say here is that Inuyasha was good, and the thing that was bad about Inuyasha was the release schedule.
I don't know if I would agree with you. Then, like, it's one of those things where, yeah, I haven't read it in a long time, but it kind of says something that I had trouble getting past the first volume.
Reading Inuyasha and watching Inuyasha are very different experiences.
Okay.
The art was a lot smoother, though, because it, looked like Ranma. It's a Rumiko Takahashi
But
property.
yeah, I was about to say it was by the creator of Ranma, so of course it does.
Although, weirdly, I was never exposed at all to Urusei Yatsura, also known as Lum.
Oh, I don't think I know that
You
one.
might know the character, but I don't think you were into anime far back enough to have the recognition.
I think of the works that I know of hers, I think it was her.
Yeah.
Her works, I think I only know Ranma and Inuyasha. There might be one other that I was like, oh, okay, this is also you. But that's about it, I think.
She did one more that was popular, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, no.
There's also the fact that she has a tendency to write stories that last for 10,000 years.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
And she has titles that, like, they're so fucking long.
Yeah.
Like, we joke about Watamote's title being really, really incredibly long, but that's nothing compared to some of the Inuyasha titles.
Was that? What? Yeah.
Like...
No, yeah. I can't remember any of the titles that, like, the long titles. But I think I do remember something like that. And I think Ranma has over 20-something volumes.
Yeah, Ranma has, I want to say 26 volumes.
Something like that, I think.
23 or 26, because I stopped on, like... No, it has to be, like, 28, because I stopped on 22.
I think, I think we stopped at about the same point. I think I stopped around 21 or something.
The bookstore stopped carrying them.
My library still had more, but, I already explained why I didn't. Oh, so they're doing the... Oh, yeah. Is that the same thing that they said in Mario Galaxy 1?
Yep, they just recycled the assets.
What the fucking hell?
Yep.
Bullshit. Oh, there's a song that I kind of want to put in here. Maybe I'll remember it.
Damn it. This guy needs 700 star bits in order to let me buy, so I guess I have to go here.
Oh, to that one again?
I just need somewhere that has a lot of star bits.
Yeah. Just know what you're getting yourself into, dude. Because this is the one that you hate. Pass me your soda, too.
There's a secret star in it, so I figured I might as well make it not a complete waste of time.
You ready for the next episode?
There's definitely more to be said, but I'm so not in a composed state right now. You can tell that I'm not doing my, like, normal Tarbuck level of energy either.
No, you're not. Like, is it because of this game?
No, it's because of the fucking dog.
So next time we're going to talk about why we hate dogs.
Yeah. And for all of you dog lovers out there, you inexplicable monsters, it's not true. We don't actually hate dogs.
Yeah,
it's just this one dog that we don't like.
See, I said this clickbaity thing, and then you went all for it. It's like, oh shit, wait, no, that's not what oh no, what did I do? Next time, oh my god, what have I done? We hate dogs now, apparently.
I'm gonna call that the episode We Hate Dogs.
Yeah. We hate dogs, oh my god, what have I done? I just like that,
Yeah.
that format. Okay.
I also like that format.
Bye.
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 That sounds so sexual.
That's what I was going for, and that's why I did it again just now. Bye. Lolly.